Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is Jennifer Ulize with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jennifer.
Good morning, Dr. Abasi. Good morning,
Rufai. So I get excited every morning when I see you.
It's always a pleasure to see you as well. And your brilliant analysis, of course.
Thank you.
So now let's begin what's trending. Yesterday, we highlighted the iconic Ojude Oba Festival, which is an annual event that showcases the unity, heritage, and traditions of the people of Ijebu land. Unfortunately, there was a mix-up in the video presentation, and we apologize for the mix-up. Here is the correct video showcasing the festives that have marked this year's festival as different groups paid homage to the paramount ruler of Ijebu land, Oba Sikiru Adetona, for his purposeful leadership. So that's the wonderful video. Obviously, Arise was trending yesterday at #1 due to the video mix-up. Again, we apologize. It was a technical mix-up. Of course, we at Arise respect every culture and have always celebrated this beautiful festival. So now, moving on to our next story. Popular Nigerian artist Adeleke, also known as Davido, has filed a lawsuit against Sophia Momodu, the mother of his first child, Imade, seeking joint custody and unrestricted access to their daughter. The lawsuit filed on April 17, 2024, reveals that despite their past agreement to co-parent, Sophia has made increasingly unreasonable demands, including a request for a lump sum payment of $19,600 annually for a nanny salary. Davido claims to have been responsible for Imade's school fees, apartment rent, and various other expenses, including a Range Rover SUV and a Highlander SUV for her transportation needs. He allegedly says that Sophia's behavior has become very cruel, causing him significant pain, and is seeking. Now, this is very unfortunate news to hear. Obviously, we know this ongoing battle has been going on for a while now, the back and forth with Davido and his first child's mom, Sophia.
Well, I mean, my comment will be very brief, because this is within the province of family law. It's one of the cheapest, easiest, let me say, courses that students in the Faculty of Law jump at. If they don't jump at family law, they jump at environmental law, where you are sure you can get 3 points very easily. You know, or you do medical law. These are optional courses where you can easily score good points. However, I said family law. The enabling law here is the Matrimonial Causes Act of 1973. which deals with the union between a man and a woman. Section 1 does not recognize all these things about man and man, whereas brotherhood or sisterhood, woman and woman. It says it's a union between a man and a woman. But where there is dispute in a relationship, the law has specific sections, from sections 21 to 25 to 28, dealing with situations like this. But in matrimonial cases like this, it's the interest of the child that is paramount. So when it comes to custody, what a family court, law court, will look at is the interest of the child. And the court will ask questions: what is fair? What is in the best interest of the child? Particularly if the child is still underage. Custody matters will be determined along those lines. What is best for the child? And usually you don't bring the child into the matter, except in the forum of the court. You don't, make the child the subject. So I think it would be wrong to keep talking about the child. This is a relationship between two persons that has gone south, but what is important, both to the court and I guess to all of us, should be the interest of the child, whose interest should be protected. The law does not say you must marry a woman by force. The law does not say you must marry a man by force, but you have to protect the child. Correct. And I believe that the two adults involved in this particular matter will put the interest of the child first. Hopefully. That's my submission, summarily, on that matter.
Okay.
I mean, so I make it as a personal duty not to, gloat when you have cases like this as regards to family. Because like you said rightly, God only knows the kind of trauma little Imade is going through in her head. And that's just it. It's sad enough that she's going to grow up without having both of her father and mother under one union in the same place. She's going to see mommy all the time, but she knows that is a big star out there, and she gets to also see daddy too. So I think let's also look at the interest of the child. And cases like this, I think it's filed the case in court. Let's see what the court will rule as regards this, There were talks about him said he has bought her a place, but she's not ready to move into the place, and that she still wants the normal annual 5 million for the donation as regards the place to live. And now the fact that she's asking for more money and all of that, these are things that they can settle out. So he's seeking for more time and more custody. Let's see how the court rules as regards this, but it's not something we can rehash because a life is involved. Imade will grow up to see stories of this custody battle in the news, and it's not going to make her happy.
Exactly. Well, I wish them both all the best, and I wish them resolution in this matter. So now, let's take our final story. Paris Fashion Week started last week, the menswear spring-summer 2025 collection, which kicked off June 18th and now closed with a star-studded event at Pharrell Williams' Louis Vuitton show. Afrobeats stars Burna Boy, Wizkid, Thames, Rema, Mr. Easy, Adeleke Gold, and Nigerian American rapper Toby Ingwe was accompanied by his mom and made stylish appearances, adding a touch of Nigerian glamour to the global fashion event. Among the songs played at the fashion display was Adeleke Gold's Falling Up, featuring 13-time Grammy Award winner Pharrell Williams. Let's take a look.
Many things I saw. Many men don't fall. Stallion standing tall. Oh my God, it's not my fault. Wonder how I stay on top. Fire every time I drop. Every beat I see I drop. Life is soft, it's not by force. Know me, I got the keys to my city. When you see me salute, I be kingin'. Call me man of the year, it's my season. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take it real, I'm just teasing. Throwing money around for no reason. Even if I lose, I'll be leading. Steady, falling up. I stay falling up. I be falling up. Yeah, falling up.
Brilliant, beautiful, fantastic. That's all I can say. Our Afrobeat stars have taken Nigerian music globally and to the world. I really think that the government should pay more attention to this creative industry, as this industry is now the oil of Nigeria. Like before, we used to hear a lot about Nigeria, bad things, but now with all these stars, Wizkid, Rema, I mean, Rema is #1 right now on Spotify with over 1 billion views for his song with Selena Gomez, Calm Down. So the government and Nigeria should really pay attention to this area, this creative industry, with more schools, more education for the creatives out there. Because I myself, as a creative, I know how difficult it is to get funding to even create a project, or funding to do some work that you need to do for most of the assignments.
So we can't deny the fact that there's a retro moment going on, ascendancy of African culture. It's permeating through the Western world and all of that. And a lot of people are excited about it because when you look at it, it's sort of triumphalist. This was the same Africans that at the turn of the early 1900s used to be put up in cage and displayed around Europe and shown and saying these are beasts, animalistic Africans. And this was how they touted us. But we're turning full circle from the ascendancy of the cultures in the 60s and the 70s. Large kudos to events like Festac 77, Festival of Global Arts and Culture. Nigerian Artist on the ascendancy, Nigerian fashion is on the ascendancy. And that's why you can see an array of African stars at Louis Vuitton's fashion show, and Pharrell Williams has been creative director. And yes, you're having the summer outline, you've seen a lot of African stars, which is a good one. But the part of the pie, and also kudos to platforms like Arise Fashion Week for showing, the African sales. Correct. And all of that. But the part of the pie that is missing is the commercialization of African fashion. Take, for instance, Amancio Ortega, one of the richest men in the world, owns the Zara outfit in Inditech. Inditech is worth billions because of the commercialization of this. Some Nigerian fashion houses have made the big move to go to places like London to have stores, which is very good. But how more commercial can we make it be? How can we also have a local industry out of Kano at the same time that will produce the leather and all of that will compete with your Italian leather, which you have quality leather. The popular Moroccan leather is out of Kano. So how can we also use that as an industry to create great fashion materials here, and we're also going to feed into the fashion ecosystem and make money for people and create jobs?
Correct.
In Italy, you have those shoe houses, you have the likes of Imade, the Zegnas of this world. Their production is in all those hubs out of Italy, and they make good crafts and people benefit. So the fashion industry is worth billions. So, but apart from the headline talk for fashion, then how can we start production locally in mass quantity to be able to make money for our local economy, so that when you talk about our line item, we can have fashion houses in Nigeria that actually declare multi-billions, that also have factories and warehouses where a lot of fashion is produced locally and is also exported to the world. And I think that's one place we can truly make it work. And it is possible.
It is possible.
Well, first, congratulations to Pharrell Williams, popularly known as Pharrell, director of creative menswear at Louis Vuitton. I think this is about his fourth show. Well, I don't know how Pharrell Williams does it. At 51, he looks so fit.
Oh, yes.
He's done this for Louis Vuitton at this Paris show. And I think the remarkable part of it is not about his physique, that I say he looks good. It's also about the participation of Nigerian superstars in it. Mr. Easy, Burna Boy, Wizkid, Thames was also there, very impressive. The key message is about how these our artists have become cultural ambassadors. There was a report about how Nollywood, the creative sector, brought in so much money into this economy, despite the problems that we have. Everybody's saying, Ebim Power, what's his name now? Idris Abdul Karim saying it's not a Melokon, it's now a Bilokon, you still find the creative sector, doing very well, within this economy. But more than that, they have become major ambassadors, major exporters of the good that you find within the Nigerian society. You mentioned Rema, and I think that Rema, I think his name is Divine Ikubo.
Correct.
Almost ascending to divine heights. He has the best streaming music, with, is it Calm Down? Calm Down.
Yes.
On all the channels, on all the charts. And I think that is remarkable. You have Rema, who was also at this Paris event. Correct. You have Burna Boy, you have Wizkid, you have Davido, you have Arasta, you have Rems, all of them projecting us very well. And then at another level, you have others, Tiwa Savage. All of them doing wonderfully well from the cultural perspective. Now, the residual point is to say that the Nigerian government should stop ignoring culture as an important aspect of the development process. I've again and again quoted Professor Adefuye on this program. God bless his memory. He wrote, an informed, detailed, analytical book on how culture can be an instrument for foreign policy. But the people we have in charge of this, our diplomatic foreign policy process, they are yet to see that connection. How culture can be used as a tool for foreign policy processes, apart from even generating revenue, and how it can be used robustly. Even at the state level, when they want to appoint people to positions of tourism, of culture, they go and bring people who know next to nothing about culture. And it's very unfortunate that this is where we have found ourselves. But the people like Rema, Mr. Easy, Burna Boy, and all the others, they continually remind us of the importance of culture. And in any case, on a daily basis, on our TV sets, we have Nollywood, Kannywood, staring us in the faces to remind us that creative persons are part of this making of Nigeria. 100%. And they need to be taken seriously. 100%. So we shouldn't just be celebrating them when they show up internationally.
Exactly.
And, we say Burna Boy was in Paris.
Exactly.
Mr. Easy was in Paris.
Exactly.
Okay, what are we doing for them in Nigeria?
Exactly.
This is the issue, in my view.
Correct.
Well, Jennifer.
Thank you very much for your brilliant analysis as usual. That's all we have for What's Trending today.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. We look forward to seeing you again. And that's all on today's edition of The Morning Show.